I hope you can agree with me that our modern day is very chaotic. You wake up and you scroll, and the first thing you see is like the highlight of someone else's life, and then you're thinking about yourself. You're like, oh my god, I'm not like them. I'm not as jacked as this guy. Then you hear some rage bait content that says, like, oh my god, if you're under 6 foot, you might as well go die. Like, you're hopeless. There's no point in even going. And then boom, you see some random pair of titties on your screen. Like, it is very chaotic when you have social media, and we just let this modern addiction consume us. But let me describe to you how my life is now. I wake up and I do not scroll. I woke up at 7 in the morning, ate a healthy breakfast, right? Get in the shower, then I get out and I meditated, I read my Bible, and now I'm recording videos. And then after this, I'm gonna go work out, and then that's really gonna be my day, right? I'm gonna come home and just relax, hang out with family, pet my dogs and stuff. And I don't really have any social media. The only social media I have is obviously YouTube, and that's because I like watching videos like this. I like, watching educational content. Like this morning, I watched a video on neck training, how to make your neck thicker, like weird stuff like that. And honestly, life feels so much at peace when you don't have this chaotic, social media stuff. And basically the reason why is, like, back when I was in high school, everyone was like, oh my god, this influencer said this, or this guy got shot, and this happened. And I was honestly clueless. Like, I didn't know about any of the trends. Like, there would be this new meme that people would be talking about, and I didn't have a clue about what any of it was. I was just like blissfully happy, Like, I learned about dopamine detox halfway into high school, and so my second half of high school, I didn't know any of the trends, and it kind of felt weird, but like I said, it did make me happy, and I'll explain why. It is because of dopamine. The thing is, social media is one of the worst sources for dopamine. What dopamine basically is, it's your motivation system, right? So your baseline is like this. And when you do a bad habit like scrolling, but also other things like watching porn, junk food, video games, all these weird things, you get a really high spike. It's super high. And then your baseline goes below. So before you were up here, now you're down here. But when you do some of the more good habits like working out, reading your Bible, meditating, all these things, it's like kind of a smaller spike. And then your baseline is higher. So before you're right here, now you're up here. And so I was able to fix my dopamine levels when I actually started to delete social media. And I also did all the weird stuff like, not weird stuff, like quitting porn. I started dieting, I cut out all the junk food, I quit video games, all that stuff. But dude, honestly, I feel like the worst things on the bad dopamine list is social media and porn, because they give you so much insecurity and anxiety. Like, you can imagine on both of these things, you see this weird shit you see the highlights of other people's lives, and you see people that are better than you, and you're like, oh my god, I'm genetically never gonna be like that. And then you have this weird insecurity, you have this weird anxiety. And I remember all throughout high school, like in that second half, I would get Instagram back for a week or 2 weeks, and then I would delete it because I would feel bad. And that shit would go on and on and on. And I remember when I graduated, I deleted it, never went back, because bro, it was like every time I download this app and I scroll, I get some random anxiety feeling, I get some random bullshit insecurity, random anxiety, oh my god, all women are bad, I'm never gonna find a wife. And we know that's not true. We know it's just some bullshit rage bait content, right? But it actually implants these weird beliefs in your brain, and so that's why I basically deleted all of it. And one sad thing is that most people aren't going to do this. They're gonna watch this video and be like, oh yeah, Carson, this is cool, I haven't heard it put in this way before. And then they're just gonna scroll past and just mindlessly consume content and not take action on it. I'm very grateful my younger self actually heard this thing about dopamine detox on the internet. And then he had the balls to do this shit, bro. Because it is scary. You have fear of missing out because you don't know this new trend or this new meme, and it's like, oh my god, who is this influencer, this rapper? I've never heard of him. But bro, I can promise you, if you start this shit, it's uncomfortable at first, but bro, you get so much happiness out of dopamine detoxing. And by the way, man, if you want to learn more about topics like this, dopamine detoxing, all these things, go check out top link in the description. You can get my personal one-on-one help. So if you're planning to actually start a dopamine detox, first off, congratulations, because this is one of the best things that you'll do. For decades of your life, this is one thing you'll be able to look back and just be like, holy shit, I'm so proud my younger self did this. But another weird habit that I want you to start to kind of make life feel more peaceful Sounds weird, hear me out, it's meditating. I remember when I first heard about meditating, I was like, oh, this shit's weird, I'm never gonna do it. And now I'm like addicted to meditating. I meditate every single day, right? So what it basically is you sit down. You can download this app, Medito, Medito, or you can do the timer on your phone. Set it for like a minute or something, and then when you're doing that consistently, you basically just add up the time. I'm at like 5 minutes a day, right? So you sit down and you just breathe. You close your eyes, and you can focus on the breath coming out your nose. You can focus on the ups and downs of your breath. You can focus on your stomach. The main thing is that you're focusing on something, right? I like to focus on the ups and downs of my breath, but people like their different things. And so randomly you'll get some bullshit thought. You'll think about the past. Maybe you hear like a bird chirping outside and you focus on that. And this is how it works. You tell your brain, no, focus on my breath, my stomach, whatever. And that's like a skill you can build up. So along with dopamine detoxing and being able to tell your brain no, you see what I'm getting at? You would be able to quit addiction so much easier, and you would be able to actually disassociate emotion from action. Like if you feel lustful, you can just look at it for what it is, and it's like, yeah, I'm human, I'm gonna feel lustful, I'm a teenager, right? And you can just be like, I'm not going to take action because I know it is bad for me. Or imagine when you're a father and you've been meditating for years, right? You're going to get angry sometimes. A lot of fathers, when they get angry, unfortunately, they get abusive. They, beat their wife, they beat their kids. And you can be one of those fathers who, in the future, he's meditated for so long. Imagine how grateful your family will be. You get some random emotion, anger, right? You could just look at it for what it is and be like, I'm not going to take action on it because it's going to harm other people around me. And I've also noticed recently that it just helps so much with anxiety. You have so many like weird insecurities and weird anxieties, and oh my god, I'm worried about this. And then you set this period, 5 minutes, and you meditate. And dude, for some reason, it helps so much with anxiety. Like, it's kind of a disgusting thing, but I gotta tell you, when I get anxious, I always get stomach issues. Like, I struggle with that my whole life. And when I started meditating, like, anytime I get anxious, I'll like do like a random meditation session in the morning. And I just literally feel my stomach start to feel not as nauseous. I don't feel like throwing up. Like, this combination of these two things, dopamine detoxing and meditating, is truly like the deadliest combination, like the best combination that you can be doing. I truly believe that every single person in this modern age should be doing these two things. It's as fundamental as working out, dopamine detoxing and meditating. Like, once you start doing this, you can finally take control of your brain. I want you to realize that these companies, these social media companies, or the people that make the junk food, make the processed food, they literally specialize in how to addict you. There's people who have jobs, who have occupations where they literally try to addict you to these social media apps, and this one ingredient in the the junk food that tries to addict you, all these things. And you get addicted to all these weird things, and you're constantly like frying your dopamine, you're getting these weird insecurities, and you're always anxious and all these things. And when you take a step back, you go on a dopamine detox, you don't really have social media. Maybe you have a social media where you can't scroll, but you can text friends on there. You have this is where I watch like educational content, no weird shit. Anytime I see weird content that's like, rage bait or something, I just like click not interested. You get like a sigh of relief because you realize that this is what life is supposed to be like. It's a lot like starting a diet. When you're eating a shit diet, you feel like shit. And when you start a good diet, it's like you feel so good that you don't want to go back. So when you start meditating and dopamine detox, bro, you don't want to go back at all, because it's like this sigh of relief. You're like, holy shit, this is what life is supposed to be like. I'm not meant to have all these weird anxious thoughts and these weird insecurities, and I'm not meant to feel so unmotivated because of dopamine levels to not be able to do my hard work and be addicted to all these weird things. Like, bro, imagine way back then, you would wake up next to your tribe, right? You would go out and hunt. You would kill the pig, I don't know. You would kill the piggy, you bring the piggy home to your tribe, you cook it, you support your family, and you're just there, you're present with each other. And that feels so peaceful, right? But now we think about the modern day. Like I said in the intro, you're scrolling, you randomly see like, oh my god, if you're under 6 foot, you might as well go die. Then boom, random pair of titties on the screen. Like we've lost that sense of peacefulness, and it's really one of the biggest reasons why is because of social media. So I truly hope this inspired you to change, because younger Carson, bro, he was like dialed in, bro. Like I'm so grateful for younger Carson. He was, he started the gym and that cured his suicidal thoughts, but he was still very depressed, insecure, had all these like random anxiety thoughts, right? And when he heard about dopamine detoxing and meditating, it was kind of hard because it's scary, right? You're not want to do it. You're gonna have to tell your friends like, hey man, I'm getting off of this social media. Go on iMessage, give me your number or whatever. They're like, oh, what? Why are you? Whatever. I did it, and I felt amazing. And so I just feel like spreading the message, Like I was so depressed, I was like, bro, I'm willing to try anything. Like if you're a lot like me and you're just willing to try anything, just try this, try it for like a few weeks, and I promise you, this makes me just so fulfilled nowadays. So I really hope this video helped you. But if you want my personal one-on-one help with topics like mental health, meditation, dopamine, all these things, go check out top link in the description for our community. It's a pre-sale right now, so it'll be awesome if you joined, and I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace.